Nippsey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because here's my stance on it. And I talked about this on my the Big Picture podcast. And it's kind of hard for me to talk about it alone, because that show I do by myself. But now I have someone, get some feedback off of. I was a little annoyed at the people on social media when it came to this event. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people, like me, I know who Nipsey Hussle is.
Yeah.
I don't listen to his music.
Yeah.
I hear of him and of things of him. I've heard an interview with him on The Breakfast Club. Through The Breakfast Club, I have been able to, see the other side of hip hop. Yeah. See these men that are actually, hustling and putting back to their communities. Yeah. So I don't really listen to hip hop that much, but that's why I appeal to that show, because I'm more attracted to the conversations that they have. And I know what kind of man Nipsey Hussle was. Okay. And the thing that made me really upset on social media, I passed by a couple of posts saying, all you people who don't listen to Nipsey, like, you don't need to mourn him or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, is that what we've come to? Yeah. Like, I don't need to know somebody. I live basically in Los Angeles. Yeah. I know what he's been doing. I know what kind of man he is. Yeah. I can be sad. I can mourn him. Yeah. Anybody can mourn a great man. Yeah. It made me so mad that people get to that point where they off-put other people just because, they don't know of that person, or they don't think they know of that person.
It's funny that we're talking about this, because I feel like I haven't talked about Nipsey since it happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually born and raised Crenshaw King. I'm actually, I'm authentically from there. Exactly. So to hear... I only shared one thing, and it was no one will ever feel the pain compared to someone from Crenshaw. And I say that is because being from an environment like that, we get this title, you are a product of your environment. And what Nipsey was trying to do was trying to show that, yes, you're going to be a product of your environment, but we're going to show you that this can be a good environment as well, instead of the negative attributes that come with that. It makes me a little emotional talking about this, because this man did empower our neighborhood, and I didn't know him particularly. I followed him for some time. And my sister actually went to school with Lauren London. She said she was a nerd, by the way. And
I love her. She's great.
Yeah. So she went to. So it's like this. It kind of hits home. But I didn't really follow his music too consistently. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, he has
a very long time. Yeah. So, but we know, being from our environment like Crenshaw, we know Ice Cube, we know Snoop, we know these big time heroes. Even Nipsey do contribute to our Issa Rae. They do contribute to our neighborhood for empowerment and for growth. And to see such a tragic transaction take place, it really hits it really hits me to the core. Yeah. But I kind of battle with the same people, because I didn't, I don't necessarily listen to him, but I don't want to. I'm just being very vulnerable. I don't want to feel like I'm a hypocrite, because I wasn't
speak your truth.
Dive into him.
You're good at that.
I didn't really feel the need that I can kind of share that, but I am from the place, and it makes me sad that he's trying to better himself, but he was unfortunately part of something that continually goes on in our neighborhood. What hurts me outside of that is the attention. It took the point of him dying to get the attention that we need to put on the map.
Exactly. And so that's why I, give so much praise to Nipsey for losing his life, but his message, passes on. Yeah. And I like that you say that about, your hometown, because this is what makes it a lot more horrifying, that a person who actually had money, who had the capability of improving where he came from, rather than leaving that place, like so many others who, obviously they get the money. Obviously, it's let's get out of there. Yeah, yeah. But he had the nerve to stay there.
Multiple, Black-owned businesses and his own environment giving back. Yep. I'm not gonna sugarcoat I'm not gonna close out other people who don't. Like I want to emphasize Issa Rae takes very proud, you know, she's very proud of where she comes from. And our show Insecure, she shows a lot of scenes, beautiful scenes of Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills, this black community that people tend to look over. In some cases, Baldwin Hills gets compared to the black Beverly Hills, to Beverly Hills, because it's such a rich environment, but it's so looked over because a lot of people just tune to, like, because it's from that part, they just choose not to recognize it. And we have these artists and these beautiful people that want to enlighten, like Nippsey. I'm going to improve it. You know, I want to do that. So it really hurts. And now I just want to confess and say that I'm no longer feel the need to say that I'm from Baldwin Hills. I am from Crenshaw, and I'm proud to say that. And in a way, I'm happy that people all over the world have come together to show, you know, support. And now they know that where Crenshaw's at on the map, and that's where we're at. So
and to travel back on that, like, I was a little upset of the vigil the night after, right?
Yeah,
it got a little rowdy a little bit, but I am happy and proud of these other cities like Houston and that did a walk. And, you know, we saw blue and red out there loving each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know, I think in times of tragedy, it's just beautiful to see, like, two different sides come together. And then his service was live. BT.
I didn't get to catch that. My mom said it was like on every...
My barber canceled on me to go to the thing, and he was there all day.
Yeah,
but
in the Staples Center, right?
Yeah, it was the longest service. It was longer than Michael Jackson's service.
Wow.
And this was on multiple channels. We had regular TVs.
Well deserved, right?
Well deserved.
I mean, Michael's not from here. I mean, he probably lived here most of his life, but, you know, it was doing due diligence to the man who, you know, came from here. So
and I think it's cool because we as a younger generation can connect. I believe with, like, Lauren London and him, we're able to kind of connect to, because he's rap, we can connect to him on a personal level.
Yeah.
So it's really good that I do like that we are on the map. I just don't like that it doesn't have to take someone to die to get that recognition.
I think right now in the world we live in, it's going to be like that for a while. I think
unfortunately I agree with you.
Yeah, and that's sad because you know, I think, like, here what I'm doing on this on Conversations with the World, I think it's the first step to opening up more conversations, kind of being a better thinker and kind of like eliminating these things before they happen. You know, if we got people to sit down to, you know, have conversations more, I think we'd get to better places. Obviously, a lot of people don't have to agree with other people, but it's a start. And I feel like in the age where, you know, we are so connected with social media, I think we need to start using social media in a better use, rather than to put people down or, you know, stir up trouble on social media. I think we need to make social media a little bit less negative. Or we can do this. We can have a server. We'll split the internet server in half. Negative, positive. Everything that gets posted positive gets on, like, on the good server, the server that everyone can see. And then everything that comes out negative just puts on the so that negative people can see how good negativity is.
I can just see how that goes out. You know what that is? That's like Facebook comments, because you have, like, this good set of, like, positive people. Then you just have, like, these people that you just the numbers of negativity that come out of nowhere for this hatred. Our world that we live in.
What if Facebook did that, where they split the comments, like and if there was a moderator or maybe like a voting system, that's negative, and a little minus, a little red minus, and then
I'm writing for the down.
That's true. I mean, there is that. But, like, for comments though, comments, because just I bet people were, like, going off. I bet people were going off on, like, when the social Nipsey Hussle thing happened. Like, social media was just everywhere, crazy. It was the number one thing trending.
But it's beautiful what social media can just really do for us as far as bringing awareness and connecting people from different places, parts of the earth, and just really kind of just coming together as a community. But there's all those trolls. You know, trolls are just something else, man. Like, it's something about the internet. People just become.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's one of the most toxic places because I think people get away with a lot of things because they know that they're behind a screen.
People just become bitches, man. Like, it's really unfortunate. And I don't know if this is a filtered conversation.
No, man. This is free range, man. You can
But it's just really unfortunate because I just don't like dumb thugs. Like, it's really unfortunate. Like,
dumb thugs.
I mean, that's what it is. Well, I don't know what's because in person you're not like this. You're just that overweight person that just feels the need. But you know what? I'm not even gonna go down that road. I just think that what you just got to be mindful of what you put out there too. And I always like to think that I like to put out what I am, reflections of myself. And that goes back to like my cell phone. I want to comfortably leave my cell phone in someone's hands and they have to worry about things because it's in representations of myself. I just use my other things for that private app, you know. But
well, whatever you do, you can use my phone. Just don't use that little locked app right
No,
there.
but you know you put a password on it now, so
don't even attempt to guess the password. 1, 2, 3.
I'm kidding, right? No.
Oh my gosh! But I mean, to finish off on Nipsey Hussle, I just want to make sure that going forward, like I was saying about the podcast, when it comes to conversations, let's try to like I know it's hard to predict the future, but if we have more conversations, we don't have to wait for someone to pass away for their messages to be released and more meaningful.
Yeah. And I totally agree. And just in closing, again, just being born and raised for something, and him just representing being a product of environment, I'm going to show you that we can be a positive product of the environment. And I'm happy in a way that the outcome of it, because people are enlightened by the town now. And like I said, I felt more confident enough to say that I am born and raised from Crenshaw instead of saying Baldwin Hills, which is kind of like the next place next to it that's more nice. Instead of saying I can just proudly say I'm from that.
That's
because
good. That's good.
You know,
thank you for sharing that, Robert.
I really appreciate us talking about this. This was a very sensitive topic for someone like me, you know. So I'm really happy. Thanks, man.